What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, we got to talk about the PS5 reviews. So they are out. They came out yesterday. We're going to do the same thing with PlayStation that we did with Xbox. Now, look, I'm not going to try to lie to you guys or try to kind of fly something by you guys. You know I'm generally a PlayStation person, right? I own all the consoles. I'm getting a Series S hopefully in January, February, March, somewhere in that very early 2021. But, you know, this channel is more PlayStation-centric. That, by the way, does not hold me back from saying anything negative about the PlayStation. And it's also important to note that we're just talking about what other people are saying for this video. Obviously, hopefully, I will get this day one. My Amazon order says I'll get it day one, and then I can give my own PS5 review. But for now, we can only go based off of the thoughts of others. So we're going to talk about the strengths, the weaknesses, some of the games, all that stuff in this video. If you guys like that, make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on. If you guys haven't supported me in the other social medias, please do. My Twitter, Podcast Now 15, join our Discord, and also my second channel, Podcast Now Plus. All three of those are in the description below, okay? So let's talk about this. Firstly, I want to talk about the looks first. I think people have generally gotten better about the look. Now, it's still a beast. It's still a beastly beast of a console. There's no doubting that. But I think people are, at least the people I watched, or the people that I read and listened to and all that stuff, they seem to be, getting a little bit more used to the console. I think even like IGN said, whoever reviewed that, Luke Riley, I think was his name, that he said that it like when you have it in front of you, it looks better than like the images do if you didn't like what the images look like. And we already knew a great deal about how this system was going to, do a lot of like the settings and how the dashboard was going to look. And we know, when we talked about Xbox yesterday, I talked about, well, it's a family of consoles. And what you see in the PS5, and I recorded that video before we got to see PlayStation, remember, a few days ago, posted out a couple videos on their support YouTube channel where they talked about settings and transferring data and all that stuff. And it looked very, very similar to what, the PS4 is. And you're seeing that. I think when we look at everybody that's kind of gotten their hands on the PS5 that have been able to go through the menus, a lot of the settings, a lot of just the general feel and look of the PlayStation are very, very much familiar, right? And again, I think that's pretty okay. It's got a feel of the PS3 a little bit to it as well, which is totally cool. Obviously, the new card system, everybody I think is really liking. I have seen some people being a little hesitant, a little weary on that, just because we don't know how developers are going to implement those cards, or how exactly. And the same thing with like those on how the helpful videos for the games, right? Some developers may do it, some may not do it. So, with the PS5, I think a lot of it is potential, is what could developers do with all of these different things, with especially things like that, the cards that can help you out. Tracking trophies is pretty darn awesome. So all that stuff, again, we kind of already know. I've watched IGN's as well, which did like the whole sound thing, how the PS4, obviously mine sounds like it's literally about to like take off into outer space. PS5 is much quieter. Even when playing a game, it is much quieter. It seems like it doesn't have the full power. I mean, I think we can call it at this point. I mean, so when we talk about, if this thing is better than the Series X or is it not, the thing I will always go back to is they are different consoles meant for different things. I think PlayStation 5 accelerates in some things. Oddly enough, it doesn't always accelerate with the loading time of backwards compatible games. I think the games that are more optimized, I think going forward, we're going to see just the biggest difference you can maybe imagine between, and I guess not that big. Like the Series X is going to load insanely fast. I think just though PS5 is going to load literally in an instant and it's going to be like miraculous, that I think is what we're going to get later down the line in like years. And it's not literally going to take years, but we see it with Miles Morales. We'll probably see it with Demon's Souls. We see it for games that are more optimized for it, but games that aren't, games that are just randomly tested, the Series X is actually faster at loading them, which is a very, very surprising, right? Nobody really expected that. But again, I think we're going to start to see that shift as it goes forward. That's the thing, again, with PS5, is it's different. It may not have the straight-up power, literally the power that the Series X has, but it does different things. And the ray tracing is obviously going to be very, very important as we move on. Getting the most out of these consoles in general is going to be most important. Doesn't matter how powerful the PS5 or the Series X is if developers can't actually get a good amount out of it. You know what I mean? So that's something that we have to pay attention to as the years really go on. So here's what I'll say. I think kind of putting it all together, here's what I'll say. The PS5 is a beast of a console. This console makes some strides in different areas that maybe PlayStation users wouldn't necessarily expect, right? I think that's cool. I think that's fine. I think that's kind of necessary. It doesn't, again, match up every single way with the Xbox Series X, and that's okay. I think overall, from what I've seen, people are insanely liking it, and some of the reviews I at least saw combine the DualSense with it, where you continue to see the same thing. The DualSense is a game changer. The DualSense is a next-gen thing. The consoles are next-gen. Series X is next-gen. PS5 is next-gen. But the controller itself is revolutionary. Now, I have a controller. Remember, I did an unboxing video for it a few days ago. I mean, I can't play with it yet because it only works on PS5, but I can tell you, like, holding it and just staring at it for, like, hours on end, it's something to behold. Let me tell you that right now. But no, I can see why people would say something like that. Ultimately, you're getting the PS5 because you love the first party games that are coming with it. Your friends are upgrading. You've been with PlayStation a while. I think that what we've seen is both these consoles have made it pretty easy to upgrade. They're both very familiar. They're both trying to keep it in the family. Xbox, I think, does it way more where it's keeping it in the family, where sometimes you probably wouldn't even be able to tell that you're playing a Series X because some of the menus and layouts and stuff are literally exactly the same, which, again, there's nothing wrong with that because it's all supposed to be part of a family. PlayStation has always kind of taken the stance that, no, this is next gen. We're moving forward. And I think they're doing that while also being respectful of the people that are jumping from PS4 to PS5. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Ultimately, it's the games as well. I mean, you can judge the system all you want. I think the PS5, from everything that I saw, is very, very good. It's very, very powerful. It's very, very quiet. It's very, very not hot, right? Because of the liquid cooling too. So it does a lot of things very, very well. And then the rest of it comes down to the games. That is, and it always has been, for at least this last several years, the biggest issue with Microsoft. Obviously, they've gone to great lengths to fix that, and there's nothing wrong with that. PlayStation, you have those games, and especially, yeah, I'm not pitting them against each other, but especially right now, you can look at Miles as an example of what ray tracing with that 30 frames per second, what can it do for Miles? I think everybody in the gaming industry has Demon's Souls, but you're not allowed to review it yet. So, we'll see Demon's Souls. Now, Demon's Souls, again, remember, doesn't have ray tracing, but it really doesn't need it. From everything that we've seen, Demon's Souls is just next level. Godfall, Sackboy, all these games, there's a lot. There's a lot coming. There's a lot of these games that we haven't even gotten reviews of yet, so it's going to be really exciting to see those as the days progress. So I'm very excited for this. Again, as I've said for the Xbox One, as I've said for some of these, like Miles, how that review score came out, I can't wait till I'm actually able to touch this thing, to open it, to unbox it and be able to play it. All whoever is, I guess, lucky enough to have received receive it by like launch day or on launch day. We could thank whatever God we want to thank for that, right? I know some people are in a situation. Luckily, I'm in a situation where my Amazon tells me I'll get it day one. Hopefully that's correct. Hopefully that doesn't change. I'm not going to go too crazy about it because it could honestly change any single second, right? So let me know in the comments below, guys. What do you think? Are you excited for PS5? Do you like what you've seen from it, from all the layout, from Astro's Playroom, all this stuff? Let me know. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed to this channel. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. Again, all my social media stuff, my second channel, my Discord, my Twitter, all in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.